Hello, I'm Regina McCann-Hess, President of Forge Wealth Management, and welcome to our Women in Wealth series. Today we have a new friend with us, and can you tell us who you are, what you do, and what you love about what you do?
Absolutely. So I'm Lindsay Hagerman, and I co-own RainCaper with my mom, who's my business partner. We design and manufacture beautiful accessories, travel accessories, gifts for the home, and we incorporate fine art into a lot of our products like Tiffany, Van Gogh, Monet. What do I love about what I do? I love that we get to bring these gorgeous products, in particular the art ones, to people who maybe didn't know that they needed that, didn't know they liked fine art, didn't know they, were looking for this gifts for someone they love or someone they're, wanting to gift. So it's fun. We're mostly women and we love what we do.
So I know I've seen one of your catalogs, but for those of us just watching and hearing about it for the first time, tell us a little bit about some of the products that you do.
Sure. So the company's RainCaper, and that is our core and original product. It's a travel cape. So it's kind of a lightweight, reversible. I feel like I should have one with me. They're in the other room. Lightweight, reversible travel cape. It's something you wear on the airplane, but then you get where you're going. Maybe the air conditioning is really high in this restaurant in Florida. You don't need a coat. So it's a wonderful lightweight layer. It sticks in a pouch, goes in your glove box. You wear it if it's raining, of course, but it's a really neat, versatile, machine washable product. So that's our first product, and that's where the company started. And then we now offer travel umbrellas, long umbrellas, the ones that kind of open up backwards, inside out umbrellas, touchscreen gloves, sun hats, silk blend shawls. We have a stationery collection of journals, note cards, beautiful pens, box gift pens, gifts for the home, wine totes, lunch totes, coasters, cocktail napkins. My mom is our product person, our visionary, and man, she can't stop. We have got great customers, we have great product development, great teammates, and I kind of do a lot of the rest of the business.
That's so fun. So how long have you been involved in the business?
Sure. So we started RainKeeper together about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And prior to that, we have a long background in bricks and mortar retail. So, as a child, I worked for my mom in her really phenomenal gift store. It was a gift and flag store. We sold personal accessories. Monogramming was huge in our area kind of through the 90s and beyond. So monogrammed scarves and shawls and handbags and engraved, I engraved jewelry for years and years and years. So we have this core of bricks and mortar, independent, Main Street USA business. And then when we close the shop, that's now kind of our core customer base is often independent retailer, often a Main Street USA kind of retailer. So we're supporting that store, which is often women owned. And then we also sell to catalogs, to a lot of museum gift stores, historical homes, pharmacies, lots of really neat store types that are looking for innovative product by a company that does our best to treat our customers really well and develop products and policies that make it easy for them to sell.
Yeah, sounds fun. Sounds like it's a fun, like a labor of love almost, like we were talking about offline here, just something that you really enjoy doing, and but you can also, touch the lives of others at the same time.
Very much so.
Yeah, it's exciting, exciting. And so do you are you in like a geographic area with your customers, or are you spread outside of the local area?
So yes, we're located outside of Philadelphia, and I would say kind of the eastern seaboard has been our greatest concentration, but really Maine all the way down to Florida. We work with a lot of independent sales rep groups. That's kind of a very traditional model for gift and accessory distribution. So rep groups and some of the traditional trade shows like New York Now or Atlanta or Dallas. So with those reps, they've helped us a lot with expansion and we have accounts in all 50 states and maybe a half dozen countries. But I would say the concentration is really along the eastern seaboard, kind of where we are.
Wow, that's very, very fun. Very fun. So if people are listening and are like, oh my gosh, I want to see our products, how would they find you and learn more about your products?
Sure. So our website is RainCaper. So RainCaper, raincaper.com. We have a phone number on there. We have a full-time customer service, a small customer service team. And we love talking to customers. It's available for retail there. And then we, again, work with tons of independent stores. So if anyone's looking for a wholesale opportunity, we'd love to talk to them as well. And we do a lot of custom work. That's actually the base for a lot of our product development is we work with a lot of really cool museums. In fact, I go to New York Historical Society on a Friday, and they have a beautiful Tiffany Tiffany collection, and we do a lot of custom work for them, or we've taken their Tiffany lamp and turned it into gloves and capes and stationery, and we sell that for them. But we do custom that's not just art based for a golf event, or for we do one for a hotel that has this really spectacular carpet. So their carpet is on a lot of their gift products. It's a big thing. If you go to this hotel, it's this wild floral, and so we do custom for them. But we do a lot of that. We love it.
Oh, that's so fun. I
Yeah.
love this. So fun. Very cool. So retail's a tough, retail and restaurants, like both of those are really tough industries. How do you, I mean, obviously, everybody has had some setbacks with COVID, but I mean, in general, how do you deal with the, ups and downs and the trends with retail?
It can be ups and downs. It really can. And, I think having that base of so many years in bricks and mortar has really helped us to know really how to speak to our core customer, who's that independent retailer, and how to bring them what they need. So we know what margins they're looking for. It doesn't work if my product is priced out of the zone of what this product should be. It doesn't work if these margins don't work for that store, then it's not going anywhere. So we have that kind of that whole, I guess, that whole picture in mind as we develop products. We're looking at, hey, what do our customers want? So if I have some amazing museums, and if they say, you know what, Jen and Lindsay, I love what you've done for me so far, but I gotta tell you, I don't have a supplier for silk shawls that are large. I have little scarves, but I need silk shawls, or I could use stationery. And we say, let me make that happen for you. And we know what the price point should be, and we know what their minimums need to be. So we are kind of looking at the whole picture, which has helped us in not kind of overshooting, or being off the mark, or bring in more product than we can sell for the most part. So that I guess holistic view of what retail looks like has helped immensely. I think we have a lot of peer business friends who everyone could benefit from that information and that kind of base background, but without that, it can be really easy to miss the mark, or to not know that I can't sell that product for whatever, because that's not what that market bears, because these other two competitors have it at this price point. And I guess we know some of the challenges the stores are facing. We have a stock rebalance policy for the stores. That's kind of awesome, because if they want to try a color they haven't had before, we tell them, give it a try. I'm telling you, it's a top seller. And if you don't feel that way in a few months, call me and you can send that product back. I want your store to only have what they can sell. So that kind of reassurance and that approach has really helped us with amazing relationships within these stores, who come back to us year after year. And some aren't huge customers, but they're important to us. And they're in, they're a small town, and they're a destination for their customers, the consumer, the end user. And so we want them to only have what they can sell, and they'll keep coming back to us because we're great to work with, and we pick the phone up, and we
Sounds
ship
like it.
what we can. So it can be really challenging, and there are stores that didn't make it past the pandemic, and there are also stores that are opening anew with a younger, a new store owner who is starting fresh with her perspective or his perspective on what their town needs and what their customers want. So we are trying to listen and provide that the best we can.
That's very, very like just so cool that you're so entwined with the community and so many different levels of it too.
We try to, we go to these trade shows, we talk to our peers, other vendors like us. We're part of the Museum Store Association, which is an amazing, place where nonprofit retailers in your local museum, your botanical garden, that really cool castle that's near you, wherever you live, all of those are, kind of part of that Museum Store Association. So we develop a lot of product with those kinds of stores in mind. And then our other stores and our pharmacies and our hospital gift shops, their customers are loving it too. So we're really trying to serve a pretty significant constituent with the kinds of products that we specialize in.
Yeah. And I'm sure, like within any community, they all talk to each other, and you can get word of mouth referrals type of situation.
We do, we'll often get phone calls from someone who owns a store in Poughkeepsie, and she might say, oh my gosh, I was on vacation in Florida and I saw this at a gift shop and I loved it and I have to have it for my store. You say, what stop was that in? Oh, you were in whatever, West Palm Beach. Oh my gosh, I know that was the store. So we love those referrals. And a smart store owner is keeping their eyes peeled when they're traveling, wherever they are, looking for great new lines for their own store.
That's fun. So with anything, there's always some challenges that we all come across. But what are some of the challenges that you have faced as a professional woman?
As a woman rather than kind of in our business.
Yeah, or in your business, however you see it.
So our business up till very recently had only ever had women employees. We have about 6 to 8 employees, depending on kind of how you count everybody. And and I've always worked for my mom for a long time.
Mhm.
I have I think apparently a fairly unusual experience in often having female bosses and female coworkers. And I talk to so many other business owners who tell me wild stories about, I had to pretend to be Howard to get an answer from my supplier. We have employees that join our team and say, oh my gosh, I can't wait to work for women. I've always been the only woman in my company. And I have to say, I don't have that experience. And I try to appreciate how positive that has been, because it's just always been a normal for me.
Mhm.
So I don't know that I have kind of a major pain point from the female perspective. And I've also met some wonderful women, and particularly locally through 10,000 Small Businesses and through some other women's networking, where that feels so normal that, I know a lot of women who succeed with their business with struggles and succeed, a little bit of both. And I've had, good models there. I don't know if that answered it well.
Yeah, no, I mean there's no right answer. It's just what have your experiences been, that's all. Well, it's good that, I mean, that's pretty amazing that you've been in such good company for all these years and have had such positive experiences. That's great.
I really have for the most part. I mean, gosh, my first job out of college was a father-daughter business, a very small medical device business. And so I worked for small business, I worked for family-owned business, and now own a family-owned business. And so that story I know very well. I've really never been in corporate America. So that's comfortable to me. And statistically, in the rooms that I go in where it's not, where I'm representing my business, I go to my e-commerce store owner space and there's 7 to 8% women, and I count a lot, and I keep checking to see if that number goes up, and it doesn't. But the groups that I try to be a part of are ones where every store owner is welcomed, or every business owner is welcomed. And I don't have time or patience for spending a lot of time somewhere where that's still a really an antiquated thought process, or that there's really attitude there. And so I don't know if you seek out the right people with the great approach, and those are the people that you click with, or if that's really fallen off. I can't say, but I've had some great peers that are male, and great peers that are, women-owned businesses.
Excellent, excellent. So if you were to jump in a time machine, looking years and years down the road, what is your vision of retirement?
It's interesting. Well, as a store owner, a business owner, no one's handing me a retirement plan when I hit 20 years. Surprise. In fact, I don't know that that's really the model right now anyway. What does retirement look like? Well, I have 3 daughters. And so right now we're in the thick of school, kind of at every level. So I don't even have a timetable for that. And I have to admit that I'm not an amazing forward planner. I'm very good in the now, and I'm very good in the immediate future. But I don't like the time machine game. My
No.
husband wished I played the time machine game a little more often. Well, where are we going to retire? What are we doing? Well, I guess I'd like to see, how and where my kids grow up. I don't know. I don't know where I'll be, what that timing looks like.
Yeah.
I think I'm not one of the people that will, work till they die. I'd like to think that I will be very prepared to really take a break from heavy work, somewhere around a retirement age, whatever that looks like. Although it'd be nice to be involved on the far side of the business through SCORE or one of those type mentoring type programs. I'm still relatively junior in my life, but I do enjoy talking to other people where I have something to share or something to give that they're wanting. That always feels nice to answer questions that feel, oh, I figured that out. I'm happy to answer that for you.
Right,
You
right.
get
And
involved in
there
that.
are groups like that. That's pretty cool.
Sure.
Yeah, they and I forget the name of one group I'm thinking of. They're retired professionals, and then they offer advice to up and coming professionals.
I think that's SCORE.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't remember what it stands for, but yeah, so retired.
Yeah. So I mean, that's something that, it's just a way of giving back, and it doesn't cost anybody anything, right? It's just, hey, let me share my experience with you and see if it helps you, navigate your career, your professional life a little easier, and learn from my mistakes, learn from my successes, type of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun. Well, thank you so much for joining me. This is a very, very fun conversation. I am very much in all of what you do. You're surrounded by beauty, and you make beauty out of other things. So that brings joy to people's lives. So thanks for doing all that you do.
Well, Regina, thanks for having me on. This has really been a treat. I wasn't sure what to expect, and I'm delighted to, to speak to your viewers and your listeners and be part of this. So thank you.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you everyone else for joining us. Again, I'm Regina Hess, president of Forge Wealth Management, and our website is forgewealth.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Forge Wealth. And on LinkedIn, I'm Regina McCann Hess. Go and make it a great day.